You've seen Trevor Henderson's monsters, but what if I told you they weren't just drawings? A siren-headed giant screaming with stolen voices, a cartoon cat that bends reality, a horse with a neck that never ends, a worm hiding beneath bridges, a colossal figure walking through buildings without a sound, a pale face floats in the darkness, and a sea creature so massive it breaks the human mind. Everyone thinks these nightmares came from imagination, but nature, psychology, evolution have already created things far stranger. Tonight, we're not asking, what if they were real? We're asking something much worse. What real thing inspired them? Because every monster has an origin, and some origins were never meant to be uncovered. 7. Siren Head. Siren Head is one of Trevor Henderson's most iconic creations, a towering 39-foot skeletal creature wrapped in mummified flesh that looks like rusted metal. Instead of a head, it carries a pole-like structure, topped with two massive sirens lined with teeth. These sirens can broadcast anything: radio static, emergency alerts, distorted voices, even the cries of children. Its first documented sighting dates back to 1966, when a family in Arizona claimed they saw a creature as tall as a utility pole standing motionless near a cemetery. Ancient cave paintings supposedly depict similar beings, suggesting it has existed for centuries. Siren Head moves silently despite its size and can camouflage itself as a tree or a streetlight. It doesn't eat like a normal creature, and some theories suggest it may be the last of its kind, or worse, capable of transforming humans into beings like itself. But here's the scientific twist. Nature already created something just as bizarre: the Tully monster, a 300-million-year-old creature with eyes on stalks and a mouth far from its body. Scientists still can't classify it. Siren Head feels impossible until you remember nature has already produced the impossible. And if you think this is unsettling, wait until you meet the creature that thrives on deception. 6. Cartoon Cat. Cartoon Cat stands impossibly tall, its body stretching like rubber, bending in ways that defy anatomy. Its face is pure nightmare fuel, bloodshot eyes, crooked teeth stained with something dark, and a smile that never changes. It looks like a cartoon character, but nothing about it is funny. Cartoon Cat can shapeshift at will. One moment it's wearing boots like a mascot, the next it's something far worse. It disguises itself as a harmless cartoon to lure victims closer. It doesn't just attack, it thrives on chaos. Even other monsters avoid the places it inhabits: abandoned malls, empty buildings, forgotten spaces. It can manipulate TVs, radios, and screens, appearing in electronic devices before manifesting physically. Physical attacks barely slow it down. Some believe it's metaphysically immortal, gaining strength as more people learn about it. Belief fuels its existence. But here's the real-world parallel. In the Amazon rainforest lives the Mirai, a wild cat that mimics the cries of baby monkeys. Adult monkeys rush to save what they think is their infant, only to find a predator waiting. Cartoon Cat uses the same evolutionary strategy: deception through innocence. Nature invented this hunting method millions of years before Cartoon Cat ever existed. But not every creature in this universe wants to harm you. One of them wants to save you. 5. Long Horse. Long Horse breaks every rule. Most creatures on this list want to harm you. This one wants to protect you. It appears as a horse skull attached to an endless twisting spine. Vertebrae stretch impossibly far, bending through walls, coiling around corners, defying physics. Patches of black hair cling to its body like remnants of a forgotten creature, terrifying to look at, completely harmless. Long Horse appears before disasters. It slips into dreams, visions, and subconscious spaces to deliver warnings. Some say it can see the future. Others claim it teleports, appearing wherever danger looms. It smells like cinnamon, and offerings of apples blacken and wither when accepted. Here's the scientific connection. Animals around the world can sense disasters before they happen. Dogs howl before earthquakes. Birds flee before tsunamis. Horses refuse to enter barns that will soon collapse. Scientists believe animals detect subtle vibrations, pressure changes, and frequencies humans can't perceive. Long Horse is the supernatural embodiment of this phenomenon, nature's early warning system, stretched into something impossible. But the next creature doesn't warn you. It waits for you. 4. Bridge worm. Bridge worm hides beneath overpasses, waiting in the shadows. At first glance, it looks almost cute, a round face with big eyes and a simple smile. But that face is a lie. Its real body is a massive worm with long skeletal arms stretching nearly 9 feet. Each arm ends in bony fingers that bend in unnatural ways. The cute face is just a flap of flesh. Peel it back, and you find a horrifying grin lined with 36 human-like teeth. Its eyes dart in different directions, never focusing, always searching. Bridge worms are nocturnal hunters. They prefer tunnels, underpasses, and dark places where their size is hidden. The fake face lures victims closer. They shouldn't get close. Some believe bridge worms mature into highway worms, larger, limbless versions that roam highways at night. They lose their disguise, but become even more dangerous. And here's the terrifying real-world inspiration: the bobbit worm, a 10-foot predator that hides beneath the ocean floor. Only its jaws protrude. When prey swims near, it explodes upward so fast it can slice a fish in half. Bridge worm isn't just fiction. It's the bobbit worm dragged onto land. But if you think a worm under a bridge is terrifying, wait until you see a skyscraper that walks. 3. Breaking news. Breaking news is a skyscraper-sized humanoid that walks through cities. Not around buildings, but through them. It stands 1,250 feet tall, taller than the Eiffel Tower, yet weighs only 49 tons. A creature this massive should shake the ground with every step. It doesn't. It moves in complete silence. Its proportions are wrong. A neck that stretches too far, limbs too long, a faceless head hanging forward like a broken puppet. Its skin absorbs light, making it nearly invisible against the night sky. You won't see it coming. You'll only notice when buildings around you begin collapsing for no reason. Survivors report flashing red lights before the destruction, a disorienting strobe effect. But here's the psychological twist. People often see giant humanoid shadows between buildings when they're exhausted, isolated, or afraid. This is pareidolia, the brain forcing meaning onto vague shapes. Under stress, the brain exaggerates size, turning a normal silhouette into a towering monster. Breaking news may not be a creature at all, but a hallucination born from fear, darkness, and the overwhelming scale of modern cities. But the next creature isn't a hallucination, it's something far more personal. 2. Mr. Trash Bag. You're alone in the basement. The lights flicker. Something tall stands in the corner. A pale face floats in the darkness. Calm, expressionless, eyes half closed like it's been waiting for you. The rest of its body is hidden beneath what looks like a wet garbage bag or a body bag. Black, slick, dripping. In some sightings, it reaches 20 feet tall, yet somehow fits inside attics, kitchens, and closets. It doesn't walk. It glides, unstable, like something pretending to understand movement. Mr. Trashbag appears in abandoned buildings, empty houses, and places where no one would hear you call for help. But here's the disturbing part. It doesn't start as a monster. It starts as a friend. According to the lore, Mr. Trashbag begins as an imaginary companion for lonely children. But when they grow up and forget him, he feels abandoned, betrayed. The friendship curdles into something vengeful. When he returns, he coils around his forgotten friend, pulling them toward the suffocating darkness of the bag, as if reclaiming what once belonged to him. But if you recognize him, if you show even a trace of kindness, he softens, becoming strangely gentle. Mr. Trashbag is the embodiment of forgotten friendships, a memory that refuses to die. But nothing compares to the final creature, a monster so massive, it turns the ocean into a graveyard. 1. The Sea Eater. The Sea Eater is a colossal entity whose true size cannot be measured. Estimates place it at 16,404 feet tall, nearly 16,404 feet wide, and at least 82,021 feet long. Some sightings suggest it could be even larger. It lives deep in the ocean, far below sunlight. It moves with its mouth permanently open, swallowing seawater, ships, sea life, and even small islands. It doesn't hunt. It simply exists, and everything in its path disappears. Witnesses report overwhelming megalophobia, the fear of massive objects. Seeing the Sea Eater breaks the human mind. Its skin resembles a whale's, but water passes through it, giving it an unnatural, ghost-like motion. Its arms stretch over 16,404 feet, made of bones and dead sea creatures. They drag it across the ocean floor and strike with impossible speed. On rare occasions, it approaches shore. From a distance, it looks like a mountain moving through fog. The sea eater is the face of our deepest fear, the unknown beneath the waves. You've seen all 7 creatures. They may not be real, but the fears behind them absolutely are. So now tell me, if just one of them had to appear in our world, which one would you choose? And which one would you pray never shows up? And if you want more deep dive horror like this, make sure you subscribe, because the next creature might be even worse.